Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast.
You are on the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show today, coming to you from the Back to the Past Car Show. Coming up, we got a couple of guests we're going to talk to. Today's show is presented by Spring Branch High School Museum Foundation. Sponsored by VFW Post 8790 and its auxiliary, working to vitalize and unite the Houston community and its veterans. No veteran is left behind. Howdy, along with Mike Out of This World Mars. We always need more Jeff Zika.
We do.
And with always a fine appearance by the ever dapper and
I'm dapper today.
Dapper.
Yeah, your dappers are showing.
Your dappers are showing.
You put some ointment
It's
on that.
David Ainsley. I'm Don Armstrong. Glad you could join us today. It's a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood.
A couple puffy clouds are coming in, so.
Okay.
Finally.
Yeah, finally. A couple. Fair weather clouds. It is spectacular. This is car show weather right here.
Absolutely.
No rain in the forecast. Clear skies. Perfect temperatures. What is it, 80 maybe?
75?
80?
I don't know.
Mr. Mars is
Mike's
the
gonna
temperature.
get
I'm
his-
checking. I'm the
Checking
weatherman
his
today.
sacroiliac.
Whatever the case may be.
79. Very
79,
close. Very
yeah.
good.
79.
Thank you.
When it gets to 80, we're going to sell.
Okay, you're going to sell at 80. Who do we have in the guest spot?
You know,
there?
we've been sitting here all morning looking at this blue glow whatever. Anyway, this 2021 Redeye Charger sitting over here that's got all kinds of stuff on it. And
Well,
he
the
opened
first
the hood.
I didn't. Well, let's not even get to the hood. But let's talk about the doors. You know, they don't look factory to me.
But this is
Let's-
AJ
yeah, let's
Rosella.
talk
Did
about
I
the
say?
owner.
Did I tell you AJ Rosella? Did I
No,
tell
you
you his
didn't.
name?
Yes, sir.
I was too busy talking about the car. Sorry.
AJ, what color is it?
It is a factory Dodge Indigo Blue.
you didn't
Indigo.
repaint it, did you?
Factory paint.
You repainted it with factory color.
No, sir.
No, it's original.
Original.
It's original paint.
Yes,
Okay.
sir. Everybody gets on to me about why I don't wrap it, but I love that factory color.
Don't.
that's-
Why would you
no,
wrap it?
wrap it?
It's all, that's 100, everything on it, no paint work, all original.
Now, what about the wide body kit?
So this is the Redeye wide body Charger. It comes that way. So this is the Redeye, not the Hellcat. It's the Redeye Hellcat.
Okay.
It's the 800 horsepower version.
Okay.
This
Now
one's-
you're bragging again.
Oh, it makes way more than 800.
I'm sure it
he's
does.
still
You've been
bragging.
fiddling with it, haven't you?
A
lot.
I can't sleep at night.
Yeah, exactly. But first of all, though, I have to ask about the doors.
Okay.
Them ain't factory doors, sir.
No, sir. Vertical Doors, California sponsored the car, gave us the kit, we installed it.
How difficult was that? It just seems like a total pain to get them to fit.
Fitment is perfect. It's the wiring in the door that you got to watch out because when the door comes up, it stretches them. So you've got to be careful and extend the wires.
Okay, you say we did
Ooh.
it. Who is we and what shop is that?
So I own G&S Automotive, the sponsor here in several of these cars we've
Right,
done.
we see that on the plates.
So we've done we do automotive repair. We used to build cars, kind of got away from that now, kind of just more general repair stuff. So we did the car.
Do they build wiring extensions for the doors? No, you got to do it yourself.
That's the hard. You're one at a time. So everything that's in that door
in that
harness,
loom, yeah.
Electric
60
doors, electric
Right,
windows,
everything.
the
Well, you know when they build a car, you know this, Mars. We were schooled in this, that the doors don't go with the car.
Yes, sir.
Once the car is built, the car goes that way and the doors go there because it is the single most complicated thing on the entire car.
That's right.
The
Alignment.
doors. It's not just the alignment, but all the electronics, the door stuff, the window stuff, everything.
And then
It's a lot.
And you factor in the leverage, the weight of the door itself.
On the hinge
those
itself,
are the
yeah.
factory doors, right?
Yes, sir.
I mean,
It comes with the kit comes with everything complete, so it's a direct bolting.
Except
kit.
the wiring.
Right, you have to extend. Well, some people don't. I do. I'm a perfectionist, so I had to extend them.
Martha, the window ain't rolling down no more. Oh, well, there's the end of the wire hanging out of the
Hold on
car.
to that
It's
wire.
happened.
touch them two wires together
Yeah.
there. And
There's that.
The good news, it's always the back door. It's never the front doors. It's literally the back door has stopped on me once already.
So the back doors do the same, or are they just
No, sir. the back-
traditional? function?
Traditional.
But they're
Wow.
they're factory traditional is what he's saying.
The doors are a total pain. I'm telling you, I don't care what kind of kit they make. There is always something with the door.
You got to be
Absolutely.
patient. When you put it on, you're right. The alignment's not exact, and you're screwing it, tightening it, loosening it to get it right. I mean, it fits. They fit perfect. I mean, they close like you can't even tell it's Lambo doors until you really lift them.
I don't know. I can't speak for Dodge, but I can speak for Toyota because I saw how the doors were made. Because at the factory that built the Corolla in northern Mississippi, they took us on a tour of the factory. And at the back of the factory, they probably know each other. His son-in-law is a policeman.
Yeah, no, David's got warrants.
Warrants. At the back of the factory, they have the stamping plant. So they stamp the whole car back there. And I sat there and watched this ginormous machine come down and stamp the whole side of the car. Not the fenders, but the back fender and the doors. Okay? That was all one flat piece of steel. And the thing comes down and boom, out, there's the doors. And the doors then are cut after this stamping. But every door stays with that side panel of the car because there's just that much difference between the stamping. Then they do it and they cut it, right? So they keep the doors with the exterior, the surround, if you will, of the door. And that all stays in a rack, and they know which one is which. And it goes onto the assembly line, you're going, how do you keep all of that straight? Now, I don't know whether they do, but I have a feeling that they do.
They probably do.
Yeah, the same way.
Process.
Yeah, because if you're telling me that the doors fit with this kit on there, if you ever wreck the car, you're going to get a replacement. Let's say you get a replacement door from Dodge, right? And you try to put that door on there, it's not going to fit the same way.
No way. I agree.
Yeah.
So it's bagged?
Yes, sir. It's fully airlift, all four corners, dual compressors. So it lifts all four corners. You can do front or back.
You haven't had one of those lines go pow.
You know, the good news is the old airbags did do that. With these new lines and the way they do them now, that's really impossible.
What's the difference?
Technology
What's the
improvements.
difference in the lines?
Because now they use a 5/8 line. It's a hardened line where they used to use airlines like old diesel lines.
Yeah.
Those were rubber that get hot. I mean, it's happened to me before on other cars. These, they're pretty much bulletproof.
That's good.
And they're a coilover type bag too, so it's a real active
if the
suspension.
bag goes out, you're not going to lose
That's correct.
the height.
That's correct. And this one has active suspension from the factory, so it maintains that. You know, you get your
very
sport
cool.
mode,
Sweet.
your race mode, track modes.
Yeah.
It maintains that.
It does.
Yes, sir.
So it's a kit.
Yes,
It's
sir.
made for that car.
Absolutely.
Oh my God, they make that too.
Yes, sir. They do.
Golly, I had no clue.
Yeah, wow.
And you can program this one from a cell phone. You can pretty much do anything you want with it.
Where did you say your shop was?
It's here locally in Spring Branch off of
Branch,
Gessner.
okay.
I have two shops, both off Gessner.
You like Spring Branch?
I was born and raised here.
Were you?
Yes, sir. I
Did
went
you
to
go to
Spring-
the high school when it
I
was
did
here?
not. I went to Springwoods High School.
Spring Woods.
It's rival.
Yeah. Well, you're
Yeah.
still sitting
Gotta
on
have them rivals.
You gotta.
a Spring Branch property.
Absolutely.
yeah.
I lived in Spring Branch my whole life. My shops have been in Spring Branch. So, Spring Branch, I'm loyal to Spring Branch, and these people are loyal to us.
It's good.
Well, yeah, you stay loyal to the folks that are loyal to you.
Absolutely.
The
Yeah.
community
I love
guy.
being in my community.
Yeah.
I grew up
Okay,
here.
so let's we talked about the wide body kit. Now, so you know the interesting thing about this one, you don't see the screws or how it's attached to the actual fenders.
Correct, because it's
Right.
factory. They
Yeah,
snap
it's factory,
in.
yeah.
Yeah, it came from the factory that way. We as far as the body modifications, other than the add-ons, the wide body kit, the fender flares, all that came from as factory.
Splitter too.
And the splitter is no, sir. That is a carbon fiber Anderson splitter. That's something we purchased and put on. All the carbon fiber inside and outside, we put those on.
Where's the little yellow things that go on the front?
Those are the protectors.
No, I ain't gonna lie. Those came off. I'm not even gonna lie. Those didn't even last at the dealership. I took them off as soon as I got delivered.
Well,
the car.
some people think they're supposed to be there. and they shouldn't be owning
I know
that car.
I know some Dodge people. They just shake their head when they see it. They
know.
go, "That's not what that's for."
More power to them. You know,
It's like the plastic you get on your appliance.
right.
You got to take the plastic off.
I tell people, hey, if that's your idea, I don't make fun of other people's ideas and build. People look at this, they may hate it, but I didn't build it for
Well,
them.
if I put them on my car, that means we'd both be wrong.
Right. Can't
Wheels?
So let's. Yeah.
Wheels?
Those are some.
Those are weld wheels, so they're custom made because of the brakes on these cars stick out. So weld makes the rear and front. So it's a 20-inch on the front, 17-inch on the back, 315 on the rear.
So,
Wow.
When you say the brakes stick out, but it looks like the offset is to the inside.
Well, if you look at where the spokes are on the front, especially, it has to be
they're
kept
out.
forward.
It's a-
because the brakes, it barely not hits. I mean,
a
it's so
positive.
close to the right.
It's
It
a
sits
positive.
right next to that caliper. I mean, if you look at that first little spindle right there, it's right next to the caliper.
Because you could go 0
And
and then you go
right,
negatives
and I
and
actually have a
positives.
3 millimeter spacer on it just to keep it from hitting, because that's how close it is.
And
wow.
there is a those are stock calipers.
Yes, sir. The brake, I painted them, but the brake kits, that comes with these big brakes on the Redeyes.
Yeah.
They're big brakes. They stop.
Now, what about the lip on the rear spoiler? Is that
The
stock?
clear lip?
It's
clear-
custom made and it lights up.
Of course it does.
Yes, of course, right? We can't have too many
Let me
lights.
guess. It's going to be blue.
It lights up any color you want.
Oh, okay.
It's one of those.
The car has 16 ghost boxes on it, which is probably the most that you'll ever see, and you can literally light the car in any color you choose, and you can do multiple.
Do they
colors.
talk to each other?
Probably internally they do,
Yeah.
because they're all done by Wi-Fi, and they communicate. They do so the car you can make the whole car do everything the same. So the interior, exterior lights underneath it, you can.
And
do
I assume that's a kit too.
It is. My 16-year-old son, the kid that's hiding behind there, he's the one that did all the lights on it.
Well, good for you, young man. And which one's yours? You got the Toyota, right? The right-hand drive Toyota?
That's a twin turbo 98 Risto. It's the MK4 supermotor in it.
And let me just say this. Now that I see the back of it, I believe that Lexus took that body, called
You're
it
correct.
a GS.
So James does own a GS300 as well. When Japan built the Risto, you're correct. They brought to the United States as the Lexus GS300. They're the exact same platform. I mean, they're identical. We own a GS300 same year.
Wow.
You're right. They're
Right hand,
And
left
I mean, it's a Mercedes.
It looked like a
Okay.
Mercedes pulling in.
a lot
It
of
did.
people like, hey,
See?
50% of people ask us, what Mercedes is that?
Yeah.
And you're right. A lot of people think it is just because
Thank you.
It's a luxury car. It's just Japan's version of a luxury sports car. Because that's what it is, a twin
I know.
turbo,
Yeah.
and it's a sport. It's a
pretty
folding-
car.
Now,
pretty car.
have you fiddled with the engine in that one?
Well, of course I have. We've
That's
only-
the answer to everything.
Yeah, I mean, I can't leave nothing alone.
I got a Norge refrigerator. I fiddled with that too. Now it's got 500 horsepower.
And it's
Honestly, though,
pinstriped.
the only stock car I own is the GT500, and that's my wife's, and she would not let me mess with it until it was out of warranty. So now I'm fixing to mod it.
So wait a minute.
And the Etzel's yours too, right?
That's correct.
And so the Mustang, the GT500, that's the wife's. Did
Yes,
she
sir.
bring it here today?
No, sir.
Who brought it?
I did.
She
know
lets
it?
you
Well,
drive
pulled
it.
up in at Etzel.
I went back and got him. My
Oh.
shop's not that far from here.
Gotcha.
Did you walk?
No, sir.
No. You probably had a battery
One
operated.
of his team
See the
members.
blue van over there?
Yeah.
That's my shuttle van.
Of course it is.
That's his daily driver.
That's right.
So actually, this is going to be renamed next year, the GS Automotive Car Show.
We'll bring them all next year. We got a couple more.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
I wanted to ask about under the hood of the Charger.
Okay, so this is a 2.7 stock blower ported throttle body.
But wait a minute. So what did it originally come with?
It was a 797 horsepower car. It's a 2.7. That's the original blower.
Okay,
Okay,
so all
okay.
right.
That is the stock blower.
But you made modifications to the blower.
Correct. It came stock 14.5 pounds of boost. We're at 24. We've got throttle body, air intake, green cats. It runs 100% on E85 race fuel. Boosted pump, bigger injectors. It makes about 1,100 horsepower.
So what do you got in the rear end?
Stock, 282.
Redeye.
That's right, stock Redeye.
Does it just go up and smoke?
Oh, you can't hook on this car. You got to go 60 roll or better.
I was wondering.
Yeah, you can't even hook. Even on the drag wheels that are on the back, you can't hook. It's over 1,000 foot-pounds of torque to the wheels. It doesn't hook.
It spins.
It does.
And it's scary fast.
And it smells good when that rubber's like flying in your face.
It does. It's a smoke machine. I mean, doing burnout in this car is effortless. Like, you literally, if you can't do a burnout in this car, don't even try.
Just create your own little EPA dump right there in the red light.
It's horrible. I mean, you can go like half throttle and just stand there.
So what does the street in front of your house look like? Is it a black top with marks?
My shop looks like that. My house, I keep
Just
all
don't
the,
bring work home.
That's right. I keep
Do
my
you have a
neighborhood-
dyno at your shop?
No, sir.
Do you dyno your engines?
I do. Every car I have, I dyno tune them.
And where do you dyno?
I use a guy named Jason Herrera, stupid fast, and then I use Alex Pice Performance out in Humble. So our spring.
think we talked to him.
We
Alex.
might
Yeah,
have.
Alex Pites,
Sounds-
he's the one that does all the vets with the twin turbos and stuff on them.
Yeah.
Yes, we had him on the air because I have a stock LS1 2001 Corvette.
Yes, you need a harmonic balancer.
I do.
You heard
Two-piece.
it.
You're listening.
That's a heck of a job. Rack has to come out.
I know.
2 pieces.
That's why I'm not doing it.
The engine, 99% of people that touch that car are going to mess that engine up if they don't know what they're doing.
Okay, well, where am I taking it? To Mr. Pike?
Alex Pites would be your best bet, seriously. He's phenomenal with the Chevy GM products, LS.
And has he done that job before?
I wouldn't be able to answer that question. I know that he knows that platform real well, probably better than pretty much most of your shops.
If he doesn't
around
know,
here.
he knows somebody.
Right. I mean, there's not a lot of guys that are messing with those motors anymore, but Alex has a humongous amount of experience with that platform. So, I mean, he does phenomenal work. I mean, he's tuned this car. It was dead on perfect every time.
That's good to know because I'm kind of steering in that direction to take it up there to him. Because I've got to find somebody that I can trust because pulling it off of there is one thing.
Right.
But putting it back on is the trick.
Without damaging the crank and everything, because it's 2 pieces on that car.
I know.
And if it was 1 piece, it'd be simple, but that 2 piece is not an easy job. And I know a lot of people have messed up cars doing it.
Yeah. You know, and I am not worthy of that kind of job. And I'm too old, and I'm not getting on my back underneath doing it. No.
Trying to reach over and down. And,
Yeah, no. It's just not happening. No,
Jeff and I will come over and watch you.
Hell no.
Yeah, heck, we'll watch him. Yeah, we'll watch him.
You ain't watching me because it ain't going to happen.
Yeah, they'll be watching you sit on the couch watching the Alabama game.
That's exactly right.
I understand
We'll
that.
tell you the score every once in a while.
So, AJ, what do you do over there?
At our shop,
Yeah.
basically we've stuck to general repair now. You know, ACs, brakes, suspensions, you know.
How
big is the shop?
How many mechanics you got over
Yeah,
there?
how big is it?
I've got 2 shops. I've got 6 people total, 4 bays at one, 3 bays at the other. So we have 1 physically on Gessner and then 1 down the street on Gessner. Because we do a lot of fleet accounts, so we have a lot of companies that we do work for. So that's really solid work, consistent work.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
That's always good.
it's excellent.
Yeah.
It's my fun shop, I call it.
Yeah.
It allows me to do these kind of things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice stuff. Good collection.
Thank you.
Yeah. So,
was
what we see what you brought. So, what's left?
So the Bronco that was here was ours.
The Bronco. Yeah, that's a good looking.
That's pretty
So
very nice.
I own the same car as that blue one, but mine is a silver. It's the non-turbo one. So I have a right-hand side Aristo non-turbo. I just bought a new Supra, a 23 Supra with a little BMW motor in it with the turbo.
Yep.
I've got an F-150 2024 Platinum, and then I've got a Fox body, 88 Fox body with a 393 stroker in it. And then I've got a 1985 Ram Charger with a built motor, built trans, fuel-injected, fun little truck, old school.
And this is your only son, or you got other children?
I've got that's my only son, 3 daughters, 1 son.
Okay. And they all participate and drive and work?
Well, one's 20, he's 16, and then my other girls are only 8 and 10, so they're going to be driving at 11. All my kids start driving at 11.
Oh, wow. And he's going to adopt us next week.
Come on by, guys.
Absolutely.
It's fun.
I want to know about the Edsel. I'm just a quick recap
So
on the Edsel.
the Edsel's weird.
58.
59 Edsel Ranger. I actually bought it here in Spring Branch at an estate sale. So I knew some people that do estate sales, and they couldn't get anybody to bid on the car. So they called me and said, hey, we know you know hot rods. Come by and bid on it. So I went and bid on it. I had no intentions of buying it. It was in pieces. Everything was in the trunk.
Oh, it really?
So it was sitting under trees. Some
Basket
guy passed
case.
away. It's been sitting there for like 2 years. So I went back and bid on it again, just try to help these people out, get it up. And then the guy called me and says, look, give me $10 more than you bid. You can have it. So I bought that car for $4,810 in pieces.
How long did it take you to put it back together?
About a month.
Is that original paint?
Yes, sir.
Looks good.
It's everything was original. The guy that owned it, I didn't get the pleasure of meeting the guy. I know he was a big Aristo. I mean, Edsel guy. He had 3 of these. Everything on it when I bought it was 100% original. I actually did add vintage AC in it because he had the original AC. You know, those are cables, and that's out
Right,
of my.
yeah,
That's out of
yeah.
my. I didn't want to deal with all
Right.
that, so I put vintage AC. The battery, I'd put an aftermarket battery, but it does have the stock radiator. Even when it broke, I sent it out to Liberty Radiator and had them rebuild it because it's just so cool to keep the old radiator in it. So 95% of it is original.
Why have you been waiting to talk to us? I mean, we all were running the same circle.
I was at Loopy Tortillas last time you guys were there.
Did not know that.
Yeah, that car was there. Y'all, it won.
That
won
car
the-
was there?
That one was
That
there,
one
yeah.
won the award. Yeah, you guys gave me the new.
I
modern-
remember now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know Biff and these guys pretty well. And Jay Hoboken.
Everybody
those
knows
guys.
Biff.
Yeah,
Everybody
who doesn't
knows
know Biff?
Biff.
Everybody
Yeah,
knows
He's like an
Biff.
old dog.
Yeah.
Just wanders the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yes, we're
Yeah,
aware.
he wandered through here twice this morning.
He's over there, right there.
Giving somebody a hard time.
You always know where Biff's
There's
at. You can
Biff's
smell
at.
his cigars.
Oh, there you go.
Him and Jackie Hansen.
I love Jackie Hansen. I've known Jackie Hansen 20 years.
AJ, it's great to talk to you.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
gentlemen.
sir.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
We'll see you at
Appreciate
Lupe
you.
Tortilla.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Okay.
I'll be there.
We'll
Thank
see
you,
you
guys.
then.
Appreciate it,
Perfect.
guys.
Fall car shows and cruise ins in full swing, and in wheel time will be there. Next stop, Hemi Hideout Open House, November 9th. Holiday kickoff at Tailpipes and Tacos, November the 16th, and the Gulf Coast Auto Shield Road Trip Get Ready Cruise In.
Yeah.
We hope you'll stop by the In Wheel Time remote broadcast booth and say hello. All right, time now for a quick break. We'll be right back.
Tacos again at the Tailpipes and Tacos pre-holiday cruise-in. It's been a while, but the popular Tailpipes and Tacos cruise-in returns to the Lupe Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy, Saturday, November 16th. Bring a new unwrapped toy and get a free breakfast taco. Toys will be donated to Toys for Tots and Houston Children's Charity. Get to the best and one of the last cruise-ins of the year. Tailpipes and Tacos, Saturday, November 16th, 8 to 11 a.m. Cruise in, donate a new unwrapped toy, and grab a free Lupe Tortilla breakfast taco. Tailpipes and Tacos only happens at the Lupe Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy, 703 West Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard, just south of the Katy Freeway. It's the end of the year car show season, and what better way to celebrate than with a free taco and camaraderie at Tailpipes and Tacos, Saturday, November 16th, 8 to 11 a.m. The In Wheel Time Car Talk Show will be there too. Bring a toy, get a free Lupe taco, and feel good about heading into the holiday season at the Lupe Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy. Your car is a direct reflection of you, so don't be satisfied with color fade or a dingy, dull appearance. Get rid of those terrible automated car wash scratches. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your Save the Paint company. John Gray and his team of detailing experts can help your cars finish without a full repaint. Searching for the real experts in window tint or windshield protection? Gulf Coast Auto Shield. Dash cams, radar detectors, Gulf Coast Auto Shield. Got a new car? Get that thing protected as soon as you take delivery. If you don't know which of the multitude of protection products to go with, John Gray will give you an honest opinion and won't sell you something you don't need or can't afford. John will help you understand the many options and pricing right on the spot. He's your guy to have your ride looking its best and protected too. See the state-of-the-art shop yourself. Free tours anytime. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is easy to get to, located just south of the Southwest Freeway on the Sam Houston Parkway. Gulf Coast Auto Shield, full-service luxury car care today, and online at gcautoshield.com.
Welcome back to the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Was I supposed to do something?
No, he was waving.
What are you waving at? You can put on your headset. Yeah, I know. What did you think of that? You think that I wasn't going to take my own cue? You give me no credit, David. You never have, but it's okay.
He gives us credit. Mike and I get credit from him all the time.
I give you crap.
There is no doubt about that.
There you go.
And it's well known, too.
Nice.
Thank you for the credit, David.
You bet.
No, I was actually getting up my time by the second.
I thought you were watching more reels.
No, not watching reels just yet.
Good call, David.
I know. I do love my reels, though.
I know you do.
I know. And I like to share them with my friends. And you've been subject to some of that yourself, haven't
we
you?
all have.
We all have, yes.
We all have.
Well, don't you appreciate it? I'll stop.
They're fun.
Okay.
Well, the only problem is I can't let my grandkids look at my phone anymore.
there
That's
you go.
not true. I don't send those kind to you. I send worse ones. We certainly have had a good time out here.
It
Back
has
to
been
the
fun.
past. Yeah. Hopefully they'll invite us back next year.
And windy.
This is
Nice and
it's absolutely perfect. Seriously.
Nice.
You couldn't ask for a nicer day. So in about 30 minutes they'll be giving out trophies, and then in about an hour the car show will be over with.
Yeah.
So you still got a little time. You come out here. There's some really nice cars out here.
Well, hopefully we've showed you some, and we've gotten you involved in some of the builds that are out here. You know, it works for all of us, doesn't it?
Good stuff. A lot of kids, a lot of kid action going
Watch
on.
out. Watch
Whoa,
where you
whoa,
walk.
whoa,
Watch
whoa.
where you walk. There you go.
There you go.
I just don't want them to trip over that.
Yeah.
bar.
Face plant out
What
here,
happened
the
to our
concrete.
yellow tape? Did we take that down?
Somebody stole it. No.
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
that's the police crime
police
tape.
crime tape.
Yeah. So I stole it.
Thank you for David. Let's see, I had another story I wanted to
He's got plenty of that. He knows about police crime.
Oh, believe me, I take lots of pictures of it. Somewhere I have, here it is. This is one that I thought was interesting. AccuRide Corporation. You familiar with them? Probably not.
No.
A supplier of wheels for semi-trucks and light vehicles has filed for bankruptcy with $486 million of debt as it seeks to exit from an unprofitable General Motors contract and recover from depressed demand. Wonder what that could possibly be.
See,
do you think that would be electric? Hello?
I've always wondered, how do you get $486 million in debt?
Well, there's the question of the day.
I get $20 in debt, and I got people knocking on my door.
You could start a car talk show.
The company whose board chairman, Jason Lewell, has plenty of bankruptcy experience, wants out of its contract to supply wheels for GM's Bright Drop electric vans in Ontario. Automaker unwilling to renegotiate terms with Grant Hatton, Director of Marketing for AccuRide. About 75% of its business at the Ontario plant is with GM. Former finance manager took hefty kickbacks from a vendor of extended warranty contracts, according to a lawsuit filed by a New York City dealership alleging fraud and breach of fiduciary duty. What are you in breach of? Fiduciary duty. How do you spell that duty? D-O-O-D-Y.
Duty.
Star Hyundai in Bayside alleges Vadim Maladzanov.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
He's from Ireland.
Yeah.
Accepted kickbacks of $40,000 to $60,000 annually, plus free vacations from JMA Group before he resigned in January 2022. Under the alleged scheme, JMA Group billed Star Hyundai for higher amounts than what the store charged customers for the warranty and paid Malazadnov part of the difference between two amounts as a kickback, according to the complaint. So, you got to be careful of those Boris Badenov kind of people. Remember Boris Badenov?
Yes, especially Natasha.
Natasha
was terrible.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think we're getting close.
We are.
To moving on here. So
one thing. One of our guests.
You need to hurry, Mars.
Yeah. One of our guests left their phone. So if you're missing the phone and you were one of our guests, come back. And if you can recognize it, we'll give it to you.
Yeah. Because Mike just called China and ordered food.
Pizza.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Pizza and car parts.
All right. And car parts.
Yeah.
Doors or wheels? Which one is it?
Yes.
We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Pro-Am Auto Accessories has been serving Houston's auto enthusiasts since 1984, providing world-class products for sports cars, European sedans, and American muscle. Pro-Am is known as the place to go to find exclusive and hard-to-find parts and accessories. Pro-Am is one of the very first distributors in the USA for brands such as Recaro, Redline, Momo, Corbo, and Simpson. Located in the heart of Houston's premier retail and service corridor, the Galleria area, Pro-Am's walk-in storefront includes an 8,000-square-foot warehouse, showroom, and installation bays. Pro-Am not only sells parts and accessories, but also offers installation and service. Pro-Am is now reaching a worldwide audience through Pro-Am.com, taking its local reputation to the rest of the world. At Pro-Am Auto, you'll be dealing with a small group of professionals who truly want to help you with your automotive needs. If you don't see what you're looking for on the website, call and Pro-Am will lend you a hand. Pro-Am Auto, 6125 Richmond at Green Ridge in Houston's Galleria area. Call them at 713-781-7755. The fabulous Hemi Hideout is having an open house, and you're invited. Mark your calendar for Saturday, November 9th, 10:30 to 12:30, and make a reservation today for a 2-hour opportunity to see an eye-popping tribute to American muscle cars, a collection of neon signs that'll dazzle, all in a venue like no other in the country. Entry to this rare Hemi Hideout open house is by reservation only, 713-825-2555. The $10 cash donation per person is matched and given to Brookshire Charities. See you November 9th at the Hemi Hideout. In Real Time will be there too.
Well, that's all for this week's In Real Time Car Talk Show. Be sure and check out our website, inrealtime.com. Follow us on Facebook. Give us a like. Tell your car friends about us and share our stuff if you would. We'll keep you connected to all things automotive all week long. Reach out to us 24/7 via email at info@inrealtime.com. We like car pics. So send us some of your cars with the description and any info you want to include, and we'll feature it on a future show and our social media as well. When you're looking for award-winning In Real Time Car Talk is the place. You can find the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app. Grab a podcast anytime from your favorite podcast provider. We live stream the show on Facebook, YouTube, and InWheelTime.com every Saturday, 10 to noon Central Time. The In Wheel Time Video Technical Director is We Always Need More Jeff Zekin. For booking agent, video editor, and people finder, Mr. Mike Out of This World Mars, and Chief Engineer David Ainsley, I'm Don Armstrong. Special thanks today to VFW Post 8790 for sponsoring today's show, and the Spring Branch Senior High Museum Foundation for all their hard work. Next week, we'll be back in the Sugar Shack Studios. Our live broadcast will run from 10 to noon Central. Thanks for joining us today. Be safe out there and have a great weekend. Get out and enjoy it.
That's it for this podcast episode of the In Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.